Pythagorean Theorem, Level 2. Find the length of the third side. If necessary, write in simplest radical form. Okay, so it looks, let's go ahead and copy this diagram over here. As for appropriate work, I want everyone to draw the triangle and label the side lengths. Mark the unknown side with an A, B, or C. I'm going to go ahead and just even out the triangle so it kind of sits a little bit more level. If you want to draw it on an angle like that, be my guest. So here I've got the right angle, and this is going to correspond with this side, and then the diagonal, or the side that's across from the right angle, that's going to be 9. So when I come over here and I mark it, that's my C. This is going to be A or B. I'm going to choose to mark that as A. And this one is an unknown, and that's going to be my B value. So number 2, put the numbers in the given variable into the Pythagorean theorem and solve for the given variable. So the theorem is A squared plus B squared is equal to C squared. My A value is 5. My B value, I'm going to use the variable B. And my C value is 9. 5 squared is really 5 times 5, so that'll simplify to 25. 9 squared is 9 times 9, which is 81. And let's see, then we'll subtract 25 on each side. On the left side, it's going to simplify to B squared. And let's see, 81 minus 25, that's going to give me 56. Then, to get rid of a square, we will square root both sides. Make sure you do that to both sides. The square and the square root are inverse, which means they'll cancel each other out. So on the left, we have just B. And now what we have to do, and this should have been coded at the beginning, when it says simplest radical form, that means you want to take this, move it to the side, and you want to pull out all the prime numbers that you can. So I'm going to switch over to red. And what I want to do first is I want to create a factor tree. And I'm going to break apart 56 however you want, but I always like pulling out 2's for even numbers because 2 is prime. So that's going to be 2 and 28. 28 obviously is not prime. 28 also does divide by 2, so that's 2 and 14. And then 14 will be 2 and 7. Let's see, 2 and 28, 2 and 14, 2 and 7. And so all these numbers get put underneath the radical for the next step. So I'm going to write step number 2. You don't have to number these. I'm just doing this to make sure everybody stays really organized. So I got the square root symbol of 2, 2, 2, and 7. So 2 times 2 times 2 times 7. This pair of 2's gets pulled out. Cross those off, 1, 2 on the outside. And I'd like to pull out a 2 and 7, but unfortunately, those are not pairs. So my final answer in number 3 is I'm going to have a 2 on the outside. And I've got my square root symbol. And then 2 times 7 is 14. So the equivalent to the root of 56, it states that B will be equal to 2 root 14. And that's what we'll box as our final answer. So that's pretty much it. I could give you one more example. Oh, here, let's plug it into Delta Math. Make sure we got this one right. 2, where's my square root symbol? It's right there. 2 root 14. Again, remember, green check mark is good. Red isn't bad. That just lets you know you need to stop and review it. And make sure you find out why you're getting it wrong. But we got a green check mark. We are good to go.